Okay, we're gonna start this off today. This is November the 19th, and we started. I'm starting a little late. I'm starting after hours today, but a young lady wanted me to look at this IMV. We're gonna take a quick look at it. Well, first of all, we're gonna talk about the company. The company is a pharmaceutical company, and it's focused on development of cancer immune therapy. Now, one thing you got to look at with this. You got to say what phase it is. You want to be in phase 3 because that's the final phase. But this was in phase 2, so it got a little ways to go. I like this. Next thing you want to see is dealing with COVID. Next phase, developing for a second generation vaccine against syndrome. So that's what you want to really look at when you look at this. What is it developing? So we know that I am stock. Okay, so let's go down a little bit and look at the valuation. And they talk about a lot of reds. Now they're going to future growth, talking about 14.2%. And you can see it's a downward spiral. So down, this is my analytical tool, simply Wall Street. And I look at the company forecast compared to industry. A little up industry, and it's a little ahead of industry. The forecast to go 97.4%. 27%. That's seen. We looking at based on an analytical factual tool, some kind of futuristic model here. And the past performance is, you've been losing money. If you had this in the past, you've been losing money for the last 5 years. And what I normally look at the financial health. And so everything is good except, they're talking about a cash runaway, a free cash flow continuing to reduce. They're talking about a rate of 33%. So and then I go down a little bit and I look at, I see a little green here, short-term liabilities and long-term liabilities. But then what I look at is the balance sheet, and I look at debt level. The debt level is pretty good, satisfactory, and they've been reducing the debt over they went from 165% to 19%. That's a good trend. So another thing, the last thing I look at the CEO or the company, whether it gives dividends. This one evidently does not give dividends. It's just because it's only about $1 and something a share right now. CEO compensation, and see whether it's reasonable. According to them, Andrew, that it is reasonable. He makes about $510K. Experience management, they don't have it right now. Talking about only a tenure about average about 8 months. But that's something what about the board? The board has got 3 years, so it's experience. Then I look at who's inside trading. Were they buying or selling the stock? Here they've been buying the stocks. It's in the green. I don't see it. They've been buying the stock by the millions. So okay, I say that's a good sign. And then I go down and I see who's buying. Recent insiders. Look how many they've been buying. And you can see the dates that they've been buying. This is November. This guy bought about 2.4 million of them in July. July they might have been only 30 cents a share. But the share, you're talking about over $1 million. Okay? Now, who's holding the stock? We holding the stock. In other words, we doing most of the buying. 79% of us own that stock. But you do have some institutions. So I want to know what institutions and insiders are really on this stock. So you can see they have plenty. This guy got about 6 million. But I want to see whether, I like Vanguard and BlackRock, but none of them are on this particular stock. But that don't mean anything because they own a lot of other stocks. But they own, right here, we see Wells Fargo. That's a familiar name. I see Morgan Stanley. That's a familiar name. George. This guy named here, I think it's George. Capital Management. You got Bank of America. So those are the familiar. Bank of America bought a few, but they only own 25,000 shares. They don't have a lot, $46,000 in stakes. So they don't own a lot I might own that much in some of this stuff. So I own 100,000 shares in the stock. With that don't, it may be cheaper than what they own it for. So we look, it's an employees. How many? They got 60 employees, and it's been going up. So they thinking about they're growing, not decreasing. So everything is on the up and up. So I'm gonna turn this over. I just want to do this for this young lady. Would I buy it? I think I bought it today. I bought about 1,000 shares. So I'm gonna see what happened. I'm gonna hold it for a week and see if these shares are going to match up. Well, I'm gonna hold it for a week and see if I make money or lose money. If I'm losing money substantially, because that's about $1,700, I'm pulling out. I tell you that now. I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna look at it Monday, see what's doing. Right now is a little upward trend, but let's go. Let me, a new share. Okay. Now I'm gonna go to my stock because I don't want to keep you long tonight. I'm gonna go see what happened today and what happened over. I went down, but now look what happened. Today, $2,000. That's how much new money came in the market. But I've been losing it. I lost about 1.5. I had 89. Now I'm down to. But I've been losing in different arenas. This is my margin account. Margin account. I got a personal account, and then I have a business account. So most of my personal are cash. So I move money from my margin account, bulk of my money, and not the bulk of it, but I moved a substantial share to both, 10,000 in one and about 19 in the other, and I kept the rest in this because overall I'm about $87,000. I'm still shooting for 100,000 this year, but I got to leave my seed in the ground. I think something is going to be ready to burst soon. But you're gonna see I did some things that I said I wasn't gonna do, but I was determined to not lose money, but take the money, guard the money I did make, and I'm going back in like I've been lucid. Like lucid, I started off with like $33 a share, and then they made a substantial amount of money, about $1,000, went up to about 50, and then I pulled my money out, and then I waited and it came back down. So I got picked up lucid again. Now it's at 46. And I picked it up like it's 55. See, it's going on an upward trend. You can't afford. Now I understand why people take profits, because these guys go up and down like a heartbeat, but you want to guard one. I don't worry about the 455, but if this go down, let's say $48, I'm gonna take it out and guard. I make about a couple $100. I don't want to lose what I already gained. This has been a surprise. It wasn't, not a surprise, but this is worth about $40,000. This is an EV truck, and it's fuel cell. Runs on fuel cell, and this truck, it's been going up. This one was normally about $40-some a share, but it dropped all the way down to $5, and I picked it up. It had a substantial drop, and then all of a sudden, this infrastructure bill now starting to edge back up, and it's starting to make money. I got 100 up. Should I pick up 2 more 100? I might. And then let's see what happens, because it's going up. Monday, I'm gonna make a decision where to put 300 on it. Like 300, buy 300 shares. That'll be about worth it. I did reduce Microsoft. I'm gonna keep on reducing Microsoft. What's going on right now? The video is really taking off, and I had excellent earnings, so I think they're gonna be upwards for a long time, at least Christmas. And AI and game. Look at it. I've already it went down to 290, back up. I had 18 or something like that, and then they went all the way up to 3, and I took them out. I took my $5,000 out, and they went all the way back. I thought, and they had earnings, it went all the way back down to probably 1 something. And I said, so no. I guarded it, and then at the house, when they said I bought me 70, I put 70 back on that bad boy, and look at it. And this is yesterday, $2,000, $2,700. So NVDA is good, Lisa good. This one I'm gonna hold because NVDA and these guys are 1-1. So I'm not losing any money right now. I'm going to hold because these guys, NVDA just endorsed these guys because they're gonna work with them with the AI, on the AI. So I got AI one, artificial intelligence one, and NVDA chip company. This one, SABA, is been going back and forth, back and forth. And I did something I shouldn't have done. I bought another 100 in my business account because I thought they were gonna keep going up, but they didn't. They were I bought them at 55, and now they back down to 53. They closed to 53. So we're in good. We're still in good shape. And what surprised me, Apple is the story today. Because Apple has been on fire. Apple is closed. Right now after hours, it's closing in half an hour. Look, Apple is 160. Okay, still going up. Look how much already took Apple money at margins. I started off with a loss. Now I'm starting off with gains. It's almost $1,000. Okay, and it's gonna go up. And that's why I went and bought the whole 100 shares. I had 50, and then I bought 70, and then I said, let me get $100 in this thing. So we can see that. Let's go and move on to the next one, because you see what's going on right now. This is a really good time to be in the stock market right now. With that infrastructure bill being passed, this is when these things are really going to take off. Now let's go up to. I'm gonna start with my last purse. This is like my number 3, because my business is what I'm really gonna start using in 22. So we gonna look at that real quick. You see that's in the red. I had to go out and take the XERS, and I said I wasn't gonna do it. I had about 3,000. I wanted to protect my profits. So what I did, I went on down to 100 because they were going down. Now they look like they're trying to go back up, but they still dropping down to 225. And I want to protect that. If they go back down to 180s, guess what? I'm going to go ahead in and get that 3,000 again. You can see I got 5,000 sitting up here waiting for that to happen. I only got 4,000 in the market right now because this side has been bleeding, but this side is going to move. And I honestly believe that I'm going to take some of these out, and I'm going to put some of the big boys over here too. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to double it up because I want to end this year with a bang in the stock market. But I'm not going to touch this one. I told you, this is the one I'm going to leave my seed in the ground. I'm going to leave my seed in the ground. This one right here, because I think this one is going to pop. This is a gaming. Games is around the Christmas season, and I might take it once it's on the seed stock. So I'm going to take it out as soon as it gain a little bit. Make me some money, I'm going to take it out. And same here, this one is a global whole health company that is some good reviews about. So I got that at 18. I got 1,000 of them. Let's see what happens. This is the infrastructure one, and these are medical stocks. And I'm going to keep all my seed in the ground over here and see what happens. BXRT, and I just want to keep this one. This is my play money. I got $10,000 over here, and I'm gonna see what's gonna happen. Now, last but not least, yours truly. Now we have my business side. Now, business side is doing the same thing. So I did the same thing. I had 3,000 shares of XERS because it was going down. I wanted to protect my profits, which I did. You can see what I got on here to play with, my $7,000. I know when to get back in. That's 500 here, just in case it get down into. I don't want that much money. So this one, keep my seed in the ground. I bought 24 hours. Tried to get 20. It expired on me. I wanted about another $100,000, and then for some reason it didn't take, so I lost. I didn't lose. But this one right here, this is the one that I told you I bought at 55. I wish I would have bought this one. I should have waited and got it down to 53, and then I wouldn't have had this deficit. But I think it's going to go back up, and it's going to knock this deficit down. The hydrogen one, I'm still going back and forth with that. I only got 1,000. And now, when I went back, what I did, I went and bought an additional 100. This one was going down, so I bought an additional $100,000 on this. This one, I made a lot of money. And then the rest of them, I hold on to that one for another week. This is the game, and it's the same game. And I bought 5,000 on this end. FAMA, I want to make sure, because I'm gonna tell you, it was an article out, and they really say this is the best deal. This is the best stock for your money. They on the NASDAQ and now they're going down a little bit. So I took my money out, you know, and I put it elsewhere until I'm gonna have to hit it just right, because it's not gonna fly. It's got a little, I think I'm gonna catch it. When I do catch it, you know, that's why I want to keep at least 1,000 out there, just in case I don't catch it. But I still can put some money on it when necessary. If it goes down to 20 cents again or 24 cents, guess what? I'm going to buy. I'm gonna go back up. I'm gonna on the margin side. I'm gonna buy 100,000 up, because I think it's gonna make me some money again, especially around the new year. January and February usually a time that these things shoot up. We're gonna see with the infrastructure bill. That's why I'm holding on to this one, BASA. I'm holding on to this. This one right here, I'm gonna hold on, because I lost so much. But I took it out long. I took it out, paid money. It was about 9 cents. But guess what? I took everything out except $1. You know, I had less than $100. So guess what? You know, I lost $7,600, but I think it's going back. This even went underneath the penny, and we're gonna look at it next week. And I'm gonna leave it there anyway, because it was only $100, and these others gonna make up for that. And this one is the one. This is supposed to be 40 something. This is really, so they made a good profit. You know, they were really good, and then all of a sudden, you know, I read about them. I said, why is this thing down? So I waited till they dropped down. This one's like a $40 stock, but it dropped all the way down to 11. So I took it. I said, okay, it's one of these tech companies. You know, I said, I'll take it. And they even gave dividends. So I tell you what, I picked it up, and I said, I'm gonna get 100 immediately. When this could start going back up, I'm gonna make money. Okay, so I will leave it at that. So if you have a question, you know, I'm not a financial advisor. Let's look at all three together and see how much I really made. And it's still going on for another 20 minutes. But I'm gonna look at all three. And you can see, I can still trade those that are on the NASDAQ. I can still trade. Right now, I made 1.5K today, if I want overall. But I'm still lost. But I got a lot of money to spend. I got about 45,000, they say I got 47 cash power to spend. Because I made it even in margins. I made the margin folks money. So I made that credit card money. So they said again, they let me use it again. They gave me more cash, and then they made a little money too. And so I got a margin power of $73,000. So all together, I got over 100,000. But I won't take that. I'm just going to use my cash. My cash is about 87. So I put 65,000 of that right now. I made some profits. And remember, I took the money I made out of XCRS and all the rest of these guys. And I still got a little money in XCRS, but that's all right. I'm only going no more than 600 shares at this point in time. But that'll do what I have to do. I'm gonna move back and put 1,000 in it. It's still under. Wait till it drop under. If it seems like it's gonna move a little fast, guess what? I'll go ahead and pick it back up. It's still under 3, and I'll catch it. Lucid, the big story again is, you know, I got 200 shares of NVDA. Another big story, NVIDIA is always a big story right now because they had excellent earnings last. Microsoft is starting to pick back up. Lucid, I still hold on to them. Let's see what else. We'll go back up. Yeah, that's about it. You got GM. I took my profits out of GM. That's why I made a little profit. And then you got another big story. Today, the big story is again Apple. Apple is really doing some stuff. Apple. The Christmas season, people must be buying up some phones because they went up. When they went up, I went up. So they'll go to $933. Okay, so that's it. We're gonna end it. Stop sharing. Okay, and we called it a day. Hopefully, it won't be any disconnects in this presentation. God bless you. God keep you. God cause His face to shine on you. Hopefully, we can be back here, Lord will, on Monday or either next Friday. You know, it's Thanksgiving. Then, but the market's back up open on Friday after Thanksgiving. They ready to see the sales. They ready to see whether it's Black Friday. So I will be with you then, but I might be with you Monday too, depending on what happens. Okay, God bless you, and I'm gonna end it right now.